The Galactic Council hall glittered under the light of 3 suns. Thousands of alien delegates filled the marble tiers, scaled warriors from the Dracthoan clans, luminous telepaths of Serathis Prime, and machine minds from the Forge Collective. They argued, roared, and shimmered in holographic defiance. And then, at the very back row, sat humanity. No banners. No gold-trimmed armor. Just 3 humans in dark blue uniforms, quietly observing. They had been given seats only because protocol demanded it, the weaker species, observers without influence. Ambassador Sarah Chen adjusted her earpiece and watched the chaos unfold below. The Dracthoan demand first strike authorization, announced the Serathis speaker, her voice echoing through the hall. The Devourers approached from the outer spiral. We must meet them in battle. The chamber erupted. Pride clashed with fear. Every species wanted to lead the defense, to be remembered as heroes. Only humanity remained silent. When the session ended, Commander Hale leaned toward Sarah. They still think this is a war they can win with muscle. Sarah nodded slowly. Then they'll learn what humanity already knows: you can't outmuscle extinction. The Devourers arrived. Living storms of chitin and plasma, they consumed everything in their path: worlds, fleets, suns. The frontline armadas, built by the proudest civilizations of the Council, stood tall for 13 minutes. Then they burned. The war turned into a slaughter. Refugees poured through the Council's core systems. Worlds fell silent. And once again, the Galactic Council gathered in the hall, fewer this time. The first rows were half empty. The remaining delegates shouted for unity, for vengeance, for courage. And from the very back row, Sarah Chen finally stood. Her voice was calm. While you debated who would lead, humanity prepared for who would survive. The chamber froze. She raised a holodisplay, a network map of hidden relay stations, supply chains, and fortified colonies stretching beyond the core. Every human world has been stockpiling resources, data, and weapon schematics. We've been mapping the Devourers' advance for weeks. Their pattern isn't random, it's a feeding cycle. And we know where they'll go next. The Dracthoan general bared his teeth. And you chose not to share this earlier? Sarah met his glare. Would you have listened? Silence. No one answered. Humanity had no massive fleets. No ancient weapons. But they had strategy. While others fought to prove dominance, humans studied the enemy. They analyzed fragments of destroyed ships, tracked energy signatures, learned how the Devourers communicated through quantum resonance, pulsing like a hive mind. So the humans built a weapon, not of fire, but of silence. They called it Project Echo, a resonance disruptor that would scramble the Devourers' hive signal, turning their unity into chaos. It wasn't designed to destroy, only to make them blind and deaf for a short time. Enough for a counterstrike. But deploying it required precision and sacrifice. Commander Hale volunteered. We started in the back row, he said. It's time we stand at the front. The last stand. The plan was simple and suicidal. Hale's small task force would fly deep into the Devourer's swarm and trigger Echo manually. As the human fleet approached the swirling mass of living metal and organic fire, Hale's voice crackled over the comms. To everyone listening, humanity's not the strongest, not the fastest, not the oldest, but we learn. Every scar we've ever earned taught us how to survive. He smiled grimly. Let's give the galaxy a lesson they won't forget. The swarm engulfed them. Human ships vanished one by one, but the resonance towers activated, pulsing blue waves across the void. The Devourers faltered. The swarm twisted on itself, blind and confused. And for the first time in history, they retreated. The Galactic Council's victory celebration was quieter than usual. Too many worlds were gone, too many heroes lost. In the back row, only one human seat remained occupied, Sarah Chen. The Serathis speaker approached her. Your people, you saved us. Why didn't you tell us your full plan? Sarah looked up at the vast chamber, remembering Hale's sacrifice. Because every great civilization believes they deserve the front row. But sometimes, she paused, her voice heavy, it's the ones in the back who see everything. The speaker nodded slowly. And now? Sarah stood, walking toward the front podium for the first time. Now, she said, we rebuild. But next time, the back row will be ready first. Decades later, a monument stood outside the rebuilt Galactic Hall. A single bronze chair, empty, facing the stars, engraved with human words translated into every galactic language. Observation is not weakness. Patience is not fear. The back row remembers. And beside it, an inscription signed by the Council itself. In honor of humanity, the quiet species who taught the galaxy